Warning: this podcast may contain adult content or language. It also might contain content that could be seen from others as uncomfortable or upsetting due to personal reasons. If that is the case, then please proceed with caution or stop the video, as we at the table are comfortable in most circumstances. This is a safety blanket meant for all individuals watching these episodes, as it is unclear what story content will be displayed. Hope you enjoy the story.
I will already take your fucking I hit the button and 5 seconds in, you're already annoying me with your dice. Welcome to One Shot Mishap, everyone.
You almost fucked that out.
That's a nice name, guys.
Yeah, One Shot Mishap. Sorry for the exasperated talk. Already annoyed in 10 seconds in.
Nothing's working.
We have issues technologically, but anyways, we're going to pass through it. We're going to just move in.
Screen.
But this is a special one-shot Striker Ice.
I was putting them down so they didn't fall.
This is a special one-shot. We're going to be doing more holiday themed since it is the coming of holidays and it's December, so it's going to be a lot more winter-themed and exciting.
What was the Halloween one?
What?
I was about to say, happy early Christmas, everybody.
I mean,
Unless this is
coming out on
Hanukkah.
Christmas, then Merry Christmas!
Sunday.
You can totally time this to come
Christmas is
out
on 24th, right?
25th.
Yes.
That's Christmas Eve.
Dude.
Okay, what day are you releasing this video?
I mean, it really doesn't.
I release them on every Sunday, so it would be the 23rd.
Close enough.
Happy early Christmas to y'all!
It'd be the
Happy
23rd
early
and
Christmas.
30th. But anyways, it's holidays because there's people, plenty of people. Doesn't matter. We're moving on. We have
That stays in, editor.
He's the editor.
I know.
Okay, I need to fucking move this along.
Okay.
Anyways, this is going to be very different. We have a lot of homebrew going on, so a lot of rules were basically thrown out the window
Because it's Christmas.
because it's holidays.
And we don't care.
But it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. A lot of different aspects are going to be implemented. 2 different homebrewed classes, 2 different homebrewed / already pre-existed races, kind of, not so much. It'll be strange. But we're going to roll right into it here. But before we do, if you guys are ever interested in any tabletop RPGs or the like, check out RPG League at their landing page, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. They upload reviews about different tabletop RPGs like White Wolf, Star Wars, Pathfinder, things that aren't just about D&D. So check them out, again, at their landing page at www.rpgleague.com, and you'll be able to find out plenty about them. Okay.
Also, if you want to see a lot of Baby Yoda.
I don't know about that, but where we start, I also need everyone's... Well, I guess you can say your names while you're in the play. We do have one player missing right now because Discord is sucking. So that is where some of the technological difficulties are unraveling. So hopefully he comes back in through Google Hangouts and we'll figure it out from there.
Shout out to Google Hangouts.
Story takes place in the city of Estrin. It is a rural town, not very abundant of crop or much of import or export. Although it is a very nice hangout spot for plenty of different adventurers and tourists, as it is in the Midlands between several larger cities. Inside the Tavern of Sleeping, there is a group of individuals sitting at a table. If you two would like to say your characters, there's one who is a very large individual. Well, there's 2 that are very large. One is of medium height in comparison to the 2, but is clearly a little bit of half giant in his state, and seems to be wielding plenty of stone-made weapons. They're completely forged out of stone and are almost identical replicas in sharpness to the weapons themselves. So, the other 2 of you, what?
Will the furnace be a problem?
I can edit that out. Okay. But, so if you two want to explain your characters?
Excuse me, sir. So,
What are you rolling for?
Thought we were explaining characters.
poses.
Oh.
For what?
So that's okay, so 7 minus what? Minus 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, at this table, one of the men stands up. He is easily 9 feet tall, green skin, bulbous red nose, stands in front of you, and immediately goes into a pose. As he does, his leggings fall, and you can just see the boxer loincloth that he wears underneath.
I don't care. I'll just keep pulling.
And he just keeps to continue to pose, terribly standing in front of you.
Are you JoJo?
Hello, sir.
Jojo.
I'd like to ask a question.
3 to charisma.
Yes. That's awesome.
But continue on with your characters.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm here asking you a question.
You guys know each other.
Do we?
Yeah, all 3 of you just finished a meager job, and you were celebrating inside the tavern.
Oh, okay.
So what are you doing? Sit down.
Never.
Yeah, as you look around, everyone is kind of staring and confused. A, because a 9-foot tall individual just stood up and massive leggings just fell. But also, looking outside, there seems to be a bit of pitter-pattering snow, like frosting over the windows.
As you notice this, you also hear a faint winter breeze. You hear it. You hear a faint winter breeze, and it intensifies until it morphs into the cracking of ice until the ice breaks, and in your midst is a 6-foot-tall ice monster in a pinstripe suit, slick back frozen hair that you wouldn't necessarily be able to see because he also wears a fedora and has a cane.
What are you, pimp?
He ignores you because he had just materialized in this plane. Where am I? This isn't where I wanted to be. Excuse me.
Who are you?
What are you doing?
You're ready to solve my role.
Never mind. You.
Yes.
Where am I? Where am I right now, and who are you? What am I doing? What is this?
You just appeared out of nowhere.
The better question is, who are you? You just came in here out of nowhere.
No, not a better question. Is this a material plane?
Believe so.
Yes, you are.
Perfect. I thought this was some kind of
We're
box
not tavern.
dimension.
Well, this is a house. It looks like a box. As I continue posing.
And what he does is he just turns away and walks around the room, investigating it, seeing, and doesn't speak.
Okay, as you stand up and start walking around the room, there are people standing up trying to avoid you as you have appeared out of nowhere. The entirety of the room is now just coated in freezing cold, basically. The entire atmosphere around here has completely changed. And as they stand up, some of them are like just staring at you, trying to step as far away from you as possible, as you are also coated in like thick blue ice. And the bartender who's there, he looks at his like stand, and a vast majority of the liquor there has just frozen solid. And a lot of people are avoiding you as you're running around investigating the rest of this room. It just looks to be like a normal tavern, being not of civilization yourself. It's a little bit different of an atmosphere around you, but you've recognized places like this.
I call you over. Come, you sir, come sit down.
Moment.
What are you looking for? It's something that's very intensely you're looking for.
I'm looking for a group of individuals who will be able to help me.
What do you need help?
We'll help you with what?
Just assume you're doing shitty poses.
Okay.
Do either of you know of a place we could talk in private? Potentially.
We're
Not-
renting rooms at this restaurant.
I'll look around.
Yeah, you guys have been renting rooms, but also looking around. A lot of people have kind of left. There's some who are still there. A few other individuals you can see. 2 women are off to the side. They're just like sloshed. They're wearing full, thick armors on. They have pretty large weaponry to their back, but they're completely sloshed and don't seem to care. One goes to sip at their liquor, but it's completely frozen. Just going... I need another round? I need another round, please.
This is a perfect place right here. We can talk right now. No one seems to care.
No, this will not do.
Let's retreat too.
I need closed doors.
Well, let's
This
make
is
our
very
way upstairs.
important.
Is there an upstairs to this place?
Yeah, there's an upstairs
Is
there.
that
Yeah,
where the rooms are?
yeah there's plenty of rooms inside this tavern. What were you going to say?
Nothing.
Go to the barkeep and get a room again.
You guys have rooms.
We already have rooms?
Yes,
Better.
you've been celebrating here for the better part of like a day. So
Alright, so then I'm gonna say, let's go up to, we have rooms here. Let's go.
He, when you say that, he throws his cane up in the air, grabs it, points at it. He's like, lead the way. Lead the way, young lad.
Are you blind, good sir?
He's
Just
he's
ignore
contemplating freezing you on the spot right now.
He's a bit wasted. Just let him be. Let's go and talk.
I don't know what you're
Right.
talking. I haven't drunk a single one. You drunk most of it.
Yeah, and you're the one doing shit poses, so shut the fuck up.
Maybe I came to the
Yeah,
wrong
problem with my
place.
poses?
okay, so as the four of you, because his character is also still here as well. He just doesn't say anything. Because it's his character.
Oh, okay.
You will hopefully join us later. If not, then you'll mystically disappear later.
You've seen this character dead.
Frozen solid with the stone weaponry.
See, this is what happens when you don't listen to me.
But anyways, I digress. You guys make it to the room. It's since it's on the second floor, it hasn't been fully affected by the cold. The wooden framing seems to at least been somewhat stable away from it. You can still, every kind of step, if you brush your hand up against the wooden fence work that leads up to it, the railing, it's still freezing cold to the touch. Sometimes you actually have to rip off your hand because your skin kind of gets stuck to it. But you make it into the room, totally fine.
I'll be right back. Let me go, guys, grab warm towels.
Okay, yeah. Easily enough, you go and find some blankets nearby, and
Here you go, sir. Here's a blanket,
You
warm
bring them
towel.
into the room and they immediately freeze over.
I hand you one.
Just like, no need.
Are you sure? Because you look really freezing right now.
do you need me to explain the dilemma to you? Because your character would know, but I didn't tell you what the dilemma is.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, the issue is that you stopped receiving word from a facility that you've known of for quite a long time. And going there, it was embedded into a very large iceberg. It's a fairly large building itself.
It's like Superman's Fortress of Solitude.
Wasn't going that way, but sure. Going there, you met with an individual which you would know at this point, but save it for whenever it gets there. And approaching it, you noticed that everything on the outside was coated in swirling white energy, to the point of where creatures that would go up to it were frozen solid in place. You yourself felt fine, but you yourself also know that due to this powerful magic, you would need aid in resolving the problem. Being able to dispel it yourself, going in yourself is not of utmost intelligent decisions. So you went in search of aid through the help of a mystical individual who is also native to that area. So that is the dilemma in front of you. You are trying to solve the issue and find evidence of individuals that you have known from this building.
Okay. I don't know how Jack Frost would say that.
Sir, who are you?
Me?
Yes, you did not give us your name.
You just barge in here and is it inn or a bar?
It's a bar.
Is it both?
It's a
It's a
tavern.
tavern.
It's a tavern.
It's a tavern.
You came in the tavern so roughly.
Probably.
Not my intention. Fine. Seeing as I'm here to ask you for aid in a problem I have, I will introduce myself. He straightens, and he, as he bows to you with his cane over his abdomen, he also takes his fedora off and goes, Have to make your acquaintance. My name is Jack Frost. I'm sure you've heard of me.
The Jack Frost from the Legends.
Precisely, the very same one. We have a man of culture here. Like it. What about you?
I haven't heard of it. No offense.
You may not be coming with us then.
Nice foreshadowing.
Epic foreshadow. Basically,
But are you the real? I know you said you're Jack Frost. Are you really Jack Frost? According to all the legends that I read about,
look around you. What is happening?
snow, nature.
Frost.
You guys also know that your current location, snow is not normal. You are in the lower south, so it is dry. No, it's dry and
Dry and
hot. You can't really be dry and humid, but
It can't. No.
it's hot and it's also dry, which means there's no moisture in the air. It's rare to even rain in your area. So the immediate emergence of snow, frost covering things is pretty disturbing and kind of shows the magnitude of the being in front of you.
I still say it's impossible.
Also, pause. My character did not know that. And a player, I did not know it either.
Yeah, I don't think you told them where they were.
You
I
didn't tell us
thought I
anything.
did.
You told me.
I did tell you.
You told us. You told him you were in a tavern.
Yeah.
Yes,
During
that
the-
was my fault. But yes, this is not something normal to you.
Pause. Let me retake that back again. I'm sorry.
Let me retake that back again. I'm just assuming that Major Armstrong is in front of me going like this.
Yeah, but he does. But Major Armstrong has high charisma.
And that's very true.
In muscle.
He's got a 4.
I want to keep it a secret. God damn it.
You have a -3 modifier to performance. I think it's evident.
That's funny. That is really funny. Calvin, are you gonna be okay, dude?
I might get a high chance getting roll high.
Hold on. Can we pause for a second?
Sure.
Calvin, do you need like someone to go out get you some meal or something so you can actually have water to clear your throat?
No, I'm just
You want
fine.
some Gatorade? I have some Gatorade.
Or that?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'll take some Gatorade.
No, this was for me, but I will give it to Calvin because he's dying. Yeah, nice try. Anyway, continue.
So
You were talking about.
then carrying on. What is it that you're looking for or need from us? After he introduced himself.
How,
You still haven't introduced yourself to him.
DM,
Yes.
is this
Oh.
why do they care about my situation?
Uh,
Is it actually something that does affect them?
well, are you guys asking why?
Yeah, ask why
Okay.
you need.
He's asking what I'm here for, and I'm like, I don't know. I forget how to explain this, so they would give a shit.
Okay, no. So I was waiting until this was brought up. As you guys are asking this, you hear commotion outside of your room. Like from the outside of the door. You just hear commotion, a lot of people riled up, and some are kind of like afraid of something. And that's what you hear on the outside of your room.
I check outside. There's a window.
Oh yeah, when you check outside, there is a blizzard. It is so powerful, you can't see beyond 10 feet from the window. You see people that are down, like up against the wall, completely getting covered in snow, almost like flash frozen in place. Some of them are blitzing inside the building as fast as possible and are sprinting to try to get behind cover.
As you look out the window, Jack Frost notices the commotion and everything, and tries to like nudge you out of the way of the window so he can look. And you get out of the way.
Yes.
And then I also.
He pushes. Oh dear. We don't have much time.
Please, Jack Frost, don't tell me this is your doing.
It is not. My doing is around me. That's it. That, your world, as you know it, will cease to be if we don't hurry. Basically, there is an entity in my world that needs to go away. Quickly. I need help from
Let's do it.
spellcasters of some kind. Do you know of anyone who can do that?
I'm a spellcaster. spellcaster.
I point out to him, and I just do this to myself. And I point to what's Mason's name?
Hey, you didn't give me a name.
I point to our guy too. These guys can help you, and I can probably
have time to do this, but I can't risk anything. I need a demonstration.
Why we need a demonstration?
I need to know if you can actually help.
I go to the window and I point to where nobody is standing and I do cast lightning
So you're gonna shoot lightning at me?
out the window.
You guys roleplay real quick. I'm gonna go talk with Jordan so I can explain it.
Yeah, this is gonna be way better.
He's getting confusing. He's getting confused by my discussion.
Can I ritual cast call lightning?
No.
I don't
Wild
know if
magic. Is there wild magic in here?
No.
Okay, roll.
No, you can't ritual cast. If you cast it, you're gonna lose your spell slot.
I know.
You're not getting a long rest. Fair warning.
I figured as much.
I don't know you, good
My
sir,
cantrip.
but there's some weird thing behind you.
Actions.
As you look behind you, there's a flowing sword flowing behind you. Like, as soon as you touch it, the sword circles around you once and comes towards me. Is this proof enough for you, sir? Good.
I don't
Mr.
know what
Jack
it does.
Frost?
I don't know what it does, but if you guys don't know anyone else, whatever. And you, right?
I can-
Never
I-
your name.
I can speak for
I
both of
did
these
Sacred
guys.
Flame. It's a cantrip.
Sacred Flame.
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
I need name and occupation.
Name and occupation.
Yes.
Oh, I'm okay with it. Introduce yourself first. I gotta clear my throat.
I'm a cleric.
Sure.
Okay, so what happened? Did you cast a high level
I
spell?
used- Sacred
he
Flame.
cast Sacred Flame.
Okay. I was just curious.
I was trying to figure out where my cantrips were, so I cast Sacred Flame, so it doesn't take
Good
And
idea.
he did the sword thing.
I'll mark it.
Summon weapon or whatever. Okay. Well,
Assume you get a short rest. You get your mark back. So.
I'm just
Seeing
gonna
as-
assume that.
Okay.
seeing as we don't have any more time, is Mason?
He'll probably show up soon. I mean, we've only been going.
You
for
said
20
that
minutes.
sooner.
Jack Frost is about to go to the North Pole, so if he doesn't
just
show
take
up
him
now,
with you, and I'll play him for you.
Okay. Okay. I don't need to know him. No time. Everyone. He puts his cane on the ground and puts two hands on it, and he beckons for you to hold on to him, or be left behind.
I pull as I grab the stick, or your.
Not the no. Not don't grab his hands. No. You grab his suit, or else you freeze.
You say
You
grab
his
onto
suit.
him, so I was like, oh, that's like I grabbed his weapon. Then.
Well, I'm going to assume that you all grab something. He knocks his cane on the ground twice and disappeared.
So basically, what happens is you touch his suit, totally fine. You touch his cane. In that brief instant of touching it, all the heat evaporated from your arm, and you're just stuck in a numb state. And as he taps it, you're just freezing cold. But in that moment, your entire body is freezing cold. As suddenly through this swirl of snow-like twistering energy, you all are completely in a different place. There is snow consistently falling. The entire ground is at least in a half foot of snow. So you're trudging along very easily or very difficultly while they're standing totally normal. And I say they because there is another entity when you guys emerge from this snow-like place. They're wearing long-legged robes and are wearing... What kind of suit are you wearing or upper clothes?
Oh, it's just one long robe.
One long robe?
Yeah.
Okay, he wears very long, kind of priest-like attire or something that you'd see in a monk's temple. However, on the top of their head is what looks to be antlers with dangling berries almost in certain portions of it. And fairly longer, floppier ears. And he has a very long blade at the hilt.
You good sir.
Side, you mean?
Yeah, at the hilt side, yeah.
I ready my blade.
I still don't know how I'm supposed to react to his character.
You know that you met him before going.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I told you that.
No.
Okay. Well, you met him before going
Okay.
when you investigated. He also had followed in a different direction.
Oh, okay.
As you had just kind of appeared. He was making his way there.
Okay.
So you spoke briefly and agreed to help, but you went to go find more aid.
Okay. So we appear, and I see him go for his blade.
Yes.
Friend, no. Help. This is help.
I
I
get up
listen,
and
my
dust
sword,
myself
my
off.
sword.
Yeah, you both are also being covered in snow at this point. 'Cause it's not as strong as like a blizzard, so it's just smatterings of snow fall, but it's perpetual. The sky is completely covered in like grayish clouds and everything like.
After I tell him to not cut them in half, I turn. You see, Jack Frost turn on his heels, hold his cane out in front of him, kind of like someone about to present you something, and then go, "New friends, welcome to the North Pole."
As he points the cane, the swirling kind of like fog begins to fade, and you see a towering iceberg with what looks to be stone-like portions of it, like embedded into the icicle itself, and it seems to be covered in portions of snow, ice, bits and pieces of like windows are completely dyed in and colored and frosted over. And out front of it, on the ground level, you see about 5 or 6 different frozen statues of what look to be individuals. There's a horse-like creature nearby with antlers, and you can tell that they are completely frozen, flash frozen. They were fleeing from something and completely frozen solid in the middle of their fleet.
And according to the stories I read about the North Pole, this should be more enjoyable.
Jolly? Wonderful? It's not. Mostly in due part to myself. But, regardless, you see that iceberg over there?
Yes.
That is where we must go.
Just to clarify as well, you would know his character's name as
I not gonna lie, completely forgot he was even here.
yeah, no, you would know his name.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
And then, okay, so I turn to you. Oh, yes, you're here as well. Please, introduce yourself.
Tal.
Hello, Tal. I'm Ethan Luke. I'm Ethan Luke Finier. Call me Alf.
Also, just to take out of context here, I love the fact that you are coughing for not. Let me rephrase that.
I love the fact that you're dying to keep doing it.
I think it's funny because your charisma's so low, so in the middle of your speech, it's breaking up your speech mainly because of that.
Perfect.
It's sad that you're still coughing, but I think that it's fitting for your character.
I'll tell you that's
What do you mean? He's acting.
Sorry.
He's acting.
Yeah, you're
He's
right.
role playing. He is.
If you do need Gatorade, I do have Gatorade for you though. If you need it, just let me know.
And I'm a fine butler to the House of Ash Rivers.
Nice.
Did you two talk about this?
Yes, yeah, we did.
Okay.
And I did have approval from the DM before I talked to Jake.
Anyways, continue.
What's going on?
I'm surrounded by soft-spoken individuals. Oh,
What are you talking about? I'm here.
Discord back up.
Waifus.
Oh.
wait. Can we pause real quick?
Alright, pause.
Yeah, pause real quick so that way we can get. We can try to get Mason. I'm gonna pause the audio as well.
Alright.
All right. So now that we got Discord back up, he will hopefully join us in the future. But you guys are currently standing in front of this large icicle pier. The 5 of you, one with 2 fairly large stone forged long swords, and the like of you each. One being what looks to be a antler-wearing individual, one being frost-frozen, and then 2 one humanoid just kind of randomly standing there, and then a giant are all now standing in front of this large icicle. The swirling energy. What?
That was a dwarf.
You are wearing a belt of a dwarf, but you yourself are like 9 feet tall.
Okay.
Aren't I taller than him now?
No.
10 feet.
Oh no, you're the furbolg.
Yeah.
You're the furbolg. You're the human.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You are 9 feet tall. You are
Yeah.
human.
Damn it, GM.
Oh, man.
Forget stuff. Anyways, what are you guys doing? Right now, you see the swirling energy still at the door frame of the entire building itself. It stands nearly about 4 stories tall as well, and it's pretty expansive.
I'm assuming this is your guys' workshop.
What?
According to all the legends, this is the workshop that you guys make toys, right?
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
And what is this place?
A place that can't be what it is right now.
Can you go into more detail?
No. Because we don't have time.
Can you explain it on the way?
No. Because we don't have time. We must go.
Do you know a way to get in?
You ask. Ask nicely?
Is there another way in, Jack Frost?
The front door? Yeah.
I go up to the door and I touch it.
You touch it?
Yeah.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
It's a 5.
What's my... Hang on.
Probably not. Your Constitution modifier.
It was
is
a little
0.
bit higher. It was a little bit higher.
Your Constitution modifier was an 11. Your Constitution was an 11.
Yes, it was.
So that's your modifier is probably 0.
0.
5.
So you go up, you place a hand on it, immediately realizing that the entire vicinity is still in that swirling white energy. You place your hand on it. You just it's because nothing was happening for 5 minutes.
Okay.
A large, thick layer of icicles emerge over your arm, and you suffer. You suffer 13 points of cold damage.
Hang on a second. Doesn't give really any check for it.
It's not evasion.
No, it's not.
What does it mean by reverse?
Oh. Okay, so evasion doesn't affect this? Okay.
Evasion is dexterity saving throws
Okay. Is it one? Oh,
Yes.
It is. Okay, so...
against abilities that you can see. So you suffer 13 points of cold damage as the entirety of your arm that placed a hand on this door frame gets coated in thick layers of ice and jutted out like icicles. So you're ripping your arm away from the door.
Is that supposed to happen?
No. That's supposed to happen when you touch me, not that door.
So what are you guys doing? Right now, that swirling white energy is still at the door frame.
I just take my sword hill and just break off the ice off.
Yeah, easily enough. Once you rip your arm off, they come off like brittle pieces of ice. They just hurt like hell.
Do you have...
Would I actually know if there's any other place besides the front door to get into this area?
No, but you also know that you know of this magic and you yourself are able to dispel it.
I can dispel it.
Yes. Being of Winter Eladrin, this magic is very attuned to you. The only reason that nobody else has gotten into it is because said individual has to dispel it before attempting to enter said doorframe.
I can dispel it.
Yes.
Mr. Frost,
Ow.
are you okay?
I explained that to you.
No!
I explained that you can dispel. You know how to. Instinctually, all that happens is using your arcane focus, you are able to place it onto the door, and the cold energy goes into the cane.
Oh. I don't remember that.
I didn't tell you that. I just told you that you instinctually know how to dispel it.
Oh, okay. Because I was when you said I knew that, I was just gonna be like, he just goes up to the door and just snaps, and it's just gone. It's like,
Right,
oh,
you
he
put
goes,
your-
oh yeah.
You put your cane up to it, and all the cold energy, the swirling white focus, goes into the cane itself, and the doorframe then returns to normal.
Okay.
The windows are still covered in the swirling white
Oh
energy.
no, I'm gonna roll to shut up this.
I'm just saying.
after he's done explaining to you, does he hear his arm get like?
Oh, it's audible. It's like if somebody stepped onto a lake of frozen ice and that loud crack just goes.
Like the squirrel.
So basically, when we all hear that, you see Jack go.
Mr. Frost, are you okay?
Nothing. I'm fine. He isn't. He walks up to you, sees you knocking the ice off, puts his hand on your shoulder, and he's like, knocks on the door twice with his cane. He's like, come on.
So when he puts his hand on your shoulder as well, all the heat kind of vanishes from your body
I
for a
think
moment.
more damage. Got it.
No, you don't take more damage, but it's basically like walking. It's like jumping into a pool after sitting in a hot tub.
Wait, you didn't give a native North Polian cold
Oh,
resistance?
there's a difference between cold resistance
And
and
this.
Antarctic cold resistance. You are cold immune.
Because you all cold.
Oh my god.
He is not.
He forgets that sometimes, that he's literally made of ice.
You went into a room and the entire vicinity turned to frost. You can turn a 120-foot area into negative 34 degrees.
Cement.
But it doesn't hurt you. It's like that feeling of jumping into a
Yeah,
pool
I got
after
you.
getting into a hot tub. The door frame, at that point, all the white energy begins to fade from it. And when he opens it, the interior is fairly dark. It's not pitch black, it's just dim, by all means.
He waves at you with his open hand. Come. We have little time.
After you.
I can now...
I just walk in.
Yeah.
I just fall off.
So who... I'm gonna need to know the marching order.
I'm last.
I'm right
last?
behind
It goes
Jack
him,
Frost.
him,
Yeah,
me.
I know
Yeah.
the layout of this place, I assume.
Both of you two would.
Okay. So, but I will
I stood in second
lead
to
the way.
last time.
Well, that black marker's dead.
Tyler, did you get my text?
I didn't.
What items do we have?
You have your +2 longsword.
I know that, but
Do
like
you have
the other
potions?
yeah.
Like, the adventurers would have some. Your master would have given you a superior healing potion. Jack Frost, you wouldn't have anything other than what you currently have.
He's magic himself.
Sense.
He has
I
whatever he
don't
needs.
need shit.
The adventurers would have 2 greater potions of healing, 2 minor potions of healing, and 1 superior potion of healing, divvied amongst the 3 of you.
Lynn, wake the fuck up.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing, but okay, well, whatever. We'll figure that out later, hopefully.
He's touching himself.
Probably.
Good.
There we go.
Isn't
This
that
marker works
isn't
now.
that a Shopee?
No, this is Expo as well.
Oh,
It's an
okay.
Integra
I
Expo
was
marker.
gonna say.
So 2 greater potions, 2 minor, and 1 superior.
Yeah, but divvied amongst the 3 of you, so decide who has them.
Says,
As I draw out the map. By the way, everyone, this is going to be very heavily homebrewed, so a lot of it's going to occur on the spot and in the spore of things. However, I know a few creatures that were recommended to me through Twitter, because I asked about some creatures that some people might want to be seen.
I'll hold on to 1 minor and 1 superior.
Well, I mean, seen
You
now.
only have one.
We have a cat.
Huh?
You only have one superior.
Yeah, I'll hold 1 superior. I'll hold the superior one. I'll hold the minor. You hold on the 2 greater, and I just give the other minor to mine.
Okay, so one's character.
You okay with that?
I'm not
Don't be a shit. That's what was when you said one superior. I was like, you mean one greater?
No, 1 superior, 2 greater, and 2 minor.
No, I was talking about him, not you.
Oh.
Yeah, draw your map, Tyler.
I'm almost done.
Faster.
Are those all tables?
Mhm.
Or are you drawing the side of the thing?
I'm
Those are all
drawing the
windows.
side of the table, clearly.
And those are all windows.
This is all just one big
I also
box.
have something in my inventory that they don't.
Oh, I can use green and red.
Instead of black and brown.
Instead of black and brown. What?
So now I have that one thing in my inventory too for my spell.
Yeah, no, I know that. Basically, if something says that you have a material component for it, you have that material component.
Okay.
That one specifically you only have 1 of.
I know. That's why I marked it.
Are all of my expos dead? What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know why they would be.
Get it wet.
Get a what?
Yeah, all of my expos are dead.
Look at.
My red's fine. What happened to my green one? I never use the green
Because
one.
green's a shit color.
How dare you?
More complicated
What the
stuff.
fuck? That is obscure.
Lick it.
I mean, I have both red and green here, but I didn't think.
Can you just buy those Expo markers? Too?
No, those ones are old.
Well, that's
Well,
why.
that's probably why.
Yeah, but they still would work. I don't know why they wouldn't work.
The other red one works better, you don't think? The hell?
I'm drawing shit. Don't worry about
Those are just placeholders.
Traps.
it. All of these are traps. You guys are fucked.
You walk past them. Walk past with that sugar.
How could you, Jack Frost?
People are gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna do this.
I will just use the brown marker.
Is that the Christmas tree?
All right, recording now.
You should have recorded you
Drawing it?
drawing that.
Yeah.
That'd have been funny because then people would have hated you for that.
Fair enough.
As a watching it.
Oh, I also need everyone's figurines.
Figurine.
We're going to use this for Jack Frost because it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, sure. It like, makes a lot more sense than this.
Yeah, and also we can't use that because it's copyrighted. So.
That's right. That's right.
So you might as well just never bring that again.
Yeah, that's true.
Ah.
For the cleric, we'll use a dwarf.
But I'm tallish.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. We'll use this guy then. We'll use that guy for him.
But that's
Too bad.
but that's Gopher.
That is not Gopher. Oh no, here actually we'll use an orc instead.
Orc?
There you go.
Did you get those painted?
I ordered these online.
Ah.
I want to get my own painting set though eventually. I think it'd be cool to paint my own miniatures.
Just go to that one place we went to.
True, I could do that. For the lithomancer, we'll use
Lithomancer?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's what Lynn is. He
Yep.
told me about that.
This can be. That can be. Someone.
Who? Tao.
Lithomancer there.
Yeah, that could be Tao.
Yeah.
Well,
Taokaka.
Tao's a monk, so
It looks like a monk on
that is
what I'm
not a
saying.
monk. It's
Oh.
got
It's like a
an
wizard.
arm of blasting.
I don't know no magic whatsoever.
Yeah, this can be.
Maryland?
There's your
Isn't
monk.
that copyrighted as well?
Man, I'm like this naked.
Tyler.
What?
Isn't that copyrighted as well?
No.
But it's from a different game.
I know that, but it's
If you don't say what game it's from, then it's not copyrighted. So shush.
Bongo bongo.
Dongo bongo.
And then for. What are you again? You're,
I'm a butler.
yeah, you're that dude. So we'll use this for you. That's fine. And then I need the
Looks like Link.
lithomancer still. So then the
You mean
lithomancer.
Lintomaster?
Lymphomancer?
Lintomaster.
Sure, we'll use that. That's fine.
Your hair is so dry.
Your face is so ugly.
Better guy yours though.
Okay, so
Mine's a reflection of yours.
leading in.
I mean, none of you have only 4 for charisma.
What's your
I'm behind him.
So you're behind. So this one. This is you.
I'm the Maryland.
You're the Maryland. Who's next?
I'm
That was
last.
me.
You're last.
I'm
Okay.
next.
You're next.
And then Lynn.
And then Lynn.
And then
And then
the gay guy.
there we go.
I thought I'm last.
There we go. That's why you're last.
Bam.
You're the one with the magic blast. You're the giant. This is Mason somehow. The monk is the small one. And then the ghost is, Jack Frost.
it's blue.
Because it's blue and transparent. Okay, so what you guys see in front of you is this massive room. Stop typing. The massive room is in front of you, and there's a second layer balcony that goes very thin, that goes up across, and there's a double door up there. However, tables are knocked on their sides. Some of them are coated in like thick layers of what look to be bluish cobwebs. And there's this smattering of different kinds of wrapping paper or cloth-like material that's of varying colors. In the corner, there looks to just be a massive clumping pile of them that look to have been piled into a solid ball in a corner. It's not very big, but it's just a clump. There's no entities inside this room, no lights, and the moment that you kind of go in here, all of like the cold from outside retains inside of this building. So nothing is the cold doesn't diminish.
My God, what happened in here?
That's what I'm here to find out. I have no idea.
Perception check.
Perception check. Go ahead.
Perception
I mean, it's based off your wisdom.
I'm gonna do it too.
and then it's
Well, it's whoever's in the front. So
That'd be-
Jack Frost and
I can see
And
from
Tao.
where I'm standing.
no.
I'm taller than Tao.
You also have never been in here. Those two have, so I'm gonna have them roll perception because they know kind of the nooks and crannies to look at right now.
if it's 15, it's plus. What is it?
Your score is 15.
Yeah.
It's plus 2. Are you proficient in it?
Yeah.
Okay, then it would be plus 5.
So 13. Oh, 11.
Okay. What'd you roll?
16.
16? Okay. Looking around with the 11, you kind of glance at the tables to know if anybody might have been hiding there or any kind of signs of struggle. You don't spot anything. Well, the 16, you can hear the sound of billowing winds coming from upstairs, but you yourself would also know, both of you would know, the room to your left is usually where they store finished goods. The room to your right is where they grab the materials from. It's a smaller room. It's like more of like a closet. And the upstairs goes on to the further floors.
I check the door.
To your left?
Of the finished goods.
Yeah, so the one to your left.
Oh.
Okay. Anybody, what's everyone else doing?
Do they tell us any of this?
I will go wait by the staircase.
I mean, I don't talk. So. I slowly open it. and
Okay,
make-
well, what's everyone else doing? Because Mason will follow.
I'm just gonna stand by the table and wait because I don't know what's going on. Nobody said anything.
I'm gonna investigate the tables and stuff.
Okay, so you're kind of like in the middle of the tables.
Yeah.
As you kind of go across them, you're brushing up against blue cobwebs and such. Do you do anything with those, or do you? Okay, make an investigation check. Actually,
I'll just investigate my surroundings.
just make a general perception check. Then.
This dice is unlucky today.
12.
12. Okay. 8. Looking around, it's kind of dark in here. Who has all dark vision, by the way? You do. You do.
I do.
I don't think I do this time.
Being a
but what
satyr,
character
yeah.
I've been
My
that
belt.
I don't
You have dark vision. Furbolgs have dark vision.
Oh, they do.
I think the only one that doesn't is Mason. So this works out. So yeah, Mason's just staying close because he can't really see very well. I also don't know his character's name because he didn't give me one. But beside the point.
We're calling man 1.
Still not awake.
Yeah, I don't know what he's up to. Anyways, beside the point.
He's an NPC now.
He's an NPC for now. I have his stats so I can play for him to kind of also test out, because he wanted to test out the damage potential to see if he needs to draw it back some. You can see that he draws 2 stone forged longswords, and when he draws them out, this thick layer of red kind of coalesces around the sharp edges of it on both blades when he puts them in his hands. So we have 2 silent protagonists as well.
Yeah.
2 with blades. Anyways, so your investigation, your perception, you don't necessarily see anything. You kind of just hear the same kind of sounds as before, but you don't notice anything, and also not being here, you don't know of anything else. Your investigation, you look at the tables. Some of them are coated in the same bluish kind of cold cobwebs. When you brush up against them, it's very icy. They're thick and a lot more stringy than just normal cobwebs. What's up?
Can I ritual cast detect magic?
Sure, it'll take 10 minutes. Okay,
I'm gonna do
so you
that
can
right
start
away.
doing that. So you peek in.
I slowly open the door and I'm prepared.
Okay, make a stealth check if you're trying to be stealthy.
Yeah. Okay.
I wonder if that brown marker works. Okay, it does.
You used that before.
Oh yeah, I did it for the doors, huh?
The stage 2.
You said dex, anything with dex is plus 5 then?
If you're proficient in stealth, yeah?
Yes.
Then yeah, plus 5.
Alright, so 19.
Oh, also, Jack Frost might be just standing by the stairways, but he's just like looking around to make sure.
What are these idiots doing?
Okay. Just keep, so yeah, you made a perception check already, so. Okay.
He's also just like kind of at the ready just in case, because he has no idea what's in here right now.
No, you have no idea. So what's in here is a few
So
things.
nothing happens.
No, nothing seems to happen when you open it. You just hear. It doesn't open fully. It kind of gets caught. So if you wanted to push it further, you could.
Yeah.
Okay, easy. It's not like hard. It's just that when you're trying to push it gently, when you push it fully, you hear and bits and pieces of like shattered remnants of the same bluish cobweb begins to fall. So the door is fully open. You're kind of peeking in.
Mario.
There's a fairly small-ish box right there. It's colored in several decorations. There's different ornamental orbs that are over in the corner. They're kind of like dangling down from what looks to be branches. There is a fairly longer box here as well. It's also decorated in several different colors and bits and
Just in
pieces.
the back.
Yeah, these are all in the back.
And then there's no other like details in the room. Like, is it empty or full?
It's packed, but there's a box. It's this red box is by itself. It seems to be a lot larger than the rest of them. You would also know that typically things that were finished goods are prepared inside these boxes.
Yeah. So I'll go.
You could investigate them too. You could open them, see if
That's
because
what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in. First, I'm gonna stay a distance and poke each box with my sword.
Okay.
With my,
What's everyone doing? Is everyone still doing the same things that they were doing before? Are you going up the stairs? Or are you just staying by the stairs?
I'm just waiting for everyone to finish looking around.
Okay. And you two are staying over there?
Nah, I go to.
magic to go off.
Okay, yeah, you're focused on that. So you just see the large giant kind of just like put his hands together, clap his staff down, and just focus. His eyes flutter into like this pale, translucent glow. And you were doing what?
I go up to Jack Frost and ask him, shall we go upstairs, Mr. Frost?
Well, seeing as our companion is in that room there looking, I would wait until he comes up. What you can do, since he is
He's
sleeping,
he's chanting a magical spell that will help us.
Sure. Please, see the room over there. I point to the materials room.
Mm-hmm.
Please check that. I'm trying to figure out why everything is the way it is. I have a feeling, kind of, I don't know. Check the materials room, report back to me. If anything happens, I'll be here.
Alright, Mr. Frost, as I pose and I walk away towards.
I pose and I walk away.
I'm just
That's a bad pose.
I'm just assuming that
So-
he just talks like, alright, Mr. Frost.
Okay, so you're poking at the boxes. Make an investigation check.
What's investigation for?
Intelligence.
So we need to go this way.
10.
Yes.
10. Okay. So poking at the boxes, you kind of move some. They're not like tied down or anything. You just lift them up and everything. But poking at them, they don't seem to budge or anything.
Alright, then I guess I'll open the red one first.
Okay. So you go to lift it. This one seems to be very heavy on the top, and you're trying to like lift it up. It doesn't seem to budge.
Then I'll just kind of. Is there like a lid to open or just like?
As you go to try to move your hands, you hear, and your hands are stuck to it. Immediately following that, after you realization of you trying to draw your hands from it, the color of it begins to morph, and these thick jutted teeth begins to like lash out, just and tries to bite at you.
Oh.
It's a mimic. This was recommended to me because I didn't even think about it. I wish I brought my figurines. I have a fucking mimic memory and I didn't bring it. I'm pissed. Ugh. But it makes an attack at you with advantage.
I don't get it. I can't get surprised.
Oh, you're right. So not advantage, but it's still going to make the attack at you.
Yeah. I'm still gonna get hit.
Maybe. It might roll shitty. I got my...
Does the thing make like an audible sound?
You're not surprised. However, you are restrained. Let me get my book out because your hands are physically attached to this. Let me double check to make sure that I'm right about that. But if that's the case, it would still have advantage because otherwise it's going to fucking miss with a natural 4. Where's my monster manual?
No, I just do a suplex. Like,
I mean, that was how I was gonna play this out. You saw it, like, no, and just like throw it back as if
okay,
fucking powerbomb you through a desk, powerbomb it through the other shit fucking gifts. Just no, get away from me! All right, let me get to monster mount. Mimic, 220. Okay.
I know the joke that Jack Frost is totally gonna make when he sees this. After it's defeated, it's gonna be so funny. It's not gonna be funny, but I think it's funny.
The mimic has advantage on any attack rolls against the creature grappled by it. You are grappled due to its adhesive object form.
Alright.
That will hit with a natural 17.
Oh.
Okay, so what happens is this disgusting bite just lashes out at you and gnaws on you. Did you mark your health loss from before?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Where's my D8? I grabbed 2 D12s, not a D8.
In the meantime, do I need to talk to Jack Frost?
Not necessarily, because this is going to be audible. So you take 10 points of piercing damage and 4 points of acid damage as the bite singes part of your skin and some of the flesh from your body begins to poke through your thing. Everyone hears the sound of just this massive, like, bear trap gnawed sound emerge from the room in your left.
What was that? As I pulls.
But before like anything happens, you just see Jack sprint into.
Everyone roll
into
initiative.
Nice.
Wow.
I need my phone for my
Nice.
initiative tracker.
I'll be last.
Where's my phone?
Nice.
Where'd my phone go? I just fucking had that.
Oh wow,
Do you get one?
that was a 2.
What's
Wait,
your Jax?
My
What's your
deck.
plus?
Okay, can someone text my phone? My phone's fucking gone.
My dex is 12. By the way.
Okay, I need my initiative tracker. Can
Your
someone?
plus one
There's
is-
my
Yeah, I know.
phone. It fell from the chair.
Oh, you okay.
No.
Got it.
We have the same initiative, Jake.
The reroll.
No, you don't re-roll. Which one has the higher dex?
They're the same.
Yeah, the same. That's why
All
I
right,
said
now
reroll.
you make a. You can either go at the same time or you can contest to see who goes first. It doesn't bother me.
I think Jack Frost should go first.
Yeah. I don't really care.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys can just both go at the same time. Not a big deal.
Tag team.
I kind of like that too because you can do stuff like that. You can converse between each other and stuff like that. It's only really contested if you're going with another creature.
Yeah.
Okay, DM tool, initiative tracker. So, let me just delete everyone.
Wow.
Okay, so we got Tau.
Yeah. Oh, 22.
Okay. Good thing that you're getting a 22. Jack Frost.
I think I did 4 or 5.
What's your dex?
My dex is 12.
And what'd you roll?
I rolled a 2.
So 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah, it's only plus your dex.
Oh, okay. I thought initiative was just always.
No, it's just based off your dex for initiative.
Oh, okay.
Elf.
I was 6.
Okay. And
Do you really need to ask?
what's yours? Well,
2.
what's your name too?
Zenon.
Zenon. Thank you. That's right.
3.
3.
I'm the same as Jack Frost.
I'll also roll for good old Mason's character for now.
What do you get?
Not very good. I can tell you that much. I'm pretty sure his
He's still higher than us, though. Probably.
he did get an 11, so he is going before you.
With the mimic kid.
Surprise attack. That's what the mimic fucking got.
1 sec.
1.
2.
3.
God. Oh, finally.
Oh, did he say something?
No, he's on his phone.
Give him. I'm gonna find out if he's gonna be able to play. I don't want to say it on stream, but I'll say it during break. He's injured. So,
Oh.
an 11 for him, and I need to roll for the mimic.
Yeah.
A low number.
You guys can before it. He fumbled and ate himself.
Oh.
What?
-2.
All right, Tao, you're first.
Okay. I'm gonna use him. So, okay,
let me
where's
go.
the mimic?
Hey, let me put
Here,
the-
in
In front of you.
Here's Crimson Jack. We'll use that. There we
Okay.
go.
So, am I still is my arm still attached to it?
Both your hands are stuck to it as you went to lift it with both your hands.
But am I now, like, off it or no?
You can try to break free of it. It's going to take your action to try to rip out your hands from the grapple.
Hang on. I don't have anything else. Okay, no. Yeah, I'll take a whole action just to
Try to rip it out. Okay. Make a
strength check.
athletics or acrobatics check.
That doesn't matter.
Acrobatics is dex based.
Okay, yeah, acrobatics then. I'm not proficient in it, so how much is it then?
What's your dex? 15.
15, yeah.
So it'd be +2.
Okay, 14.
14. You put your hands together for a brief moment. You kind of slide them into a position. As the rest of this, it looks like a Christmas box type of gift wrapped thing. Eyes bulge out the top of it. It's got a bow that's strapped up to the top, and you kind of lean back and just slide your hands off of it, so you are free from it.
All right.
It is directly in front of you. You used your action to do that.
Yes, I'm gonna spend a key point to
Okay.
point to disengage.
Okay, so yeah, you use your step of the wind, just back up from it. So you're just moving
Yeah,
45 feet.
So outside the room.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, or 5, 10, 15, 20. You just see, as running out from the door, do you close the door behind you, or?
No.
Okay, running out from the door is a bite-marked Tao with several different bits and pieces of blood kind of pouring out from a portion of him, and he just sprints out of the room. Where do you continue to go if you wanted to continue moving?
I'll go on that side of the door, the closest side to me, yeah, and face the door.
Face the door, okay.
And then I just say, mimic, prepare. And then that's it. And I just hold my blade ready.
Just make a Arcana check, just to see if you know what a mimic is.
Oh, well.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
Intelligence based.
Intelligence. I'm pretty sure it's 11, so I'll do 6. Yeah, 6.
Okay, so he just says
6?
prepare.
Yeah, no, you don't know that the thing
Okay.
is a mimic. You just know it's a creature that morphed into a Christmas box.
Prepare.
Mason's probably not gonna play.
Oh, okay.
So
Prepare, I say.
okay, so next up in the initiative order is Mason's character. So what Mason's character is going to do goes up against the other side of the door, holds out both blades, and is preparing. Elf, you're up.
Way over there.
Everything okay over there?
And you see a bloody me.
Yeah, you do see a bloodied individual standing there.
No! I don't care about the materials room anymore. Get over here. We'll check it later.
30 feet towards that way.
30 feet.
And use my action to dash. So I'll get closer.
35, 40, 45, 55, 60.
Yep.
Okay. You still have a bonus action? With this bonus action, call forth your blade if you
Zatan!
No, I'll just use it to draw my normal sword. No.
Okay, you just draw on your normal sword.
Mhm.
Your +2 weaponry. Your long, it's short sword. Short sword. Yeah. Your +2 short sword. Okay. Now it's the mimic's turn. Mimic is going to.
Wait, I thought I just had the belt.
Oh yeah, you just had the belt. So you have a short sword.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
normal sword.
5, 10, 15.
It's at the door. Get it.
It'll dash, I suppose.
Alright. Is that when I could use...
You used your action already. You didn't
Okay,
hold
yeah,
your action.
okay. Yeah, that's fine.
But
Lynn does.
yes, the list.
So what we name him?
So
what kind of a character is he?
he's a lithomancer. He's a homebrew creature.
He's
class.
okay. Since he is a stone thing, we just name him Mason.
Okay, I like
Sure,
that.
that works.
I like that.
Immediately while holding his action, he just swings twice with the one blade. With advantage because you're flanking.
Fails both times.
No, that's definitely going to hit.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the second attack also definitely going to hit. Okay. Yes.
Do we want dinner? And is Papa Murphy's pizza okay?
I've got food, so I'm good.
I'll be fine. But I do have a food by one. I wouldn't mind that either.
Maybe's.
I don't know what Pokemon.
I'm just going to tell Dad yes.
Yeah, let's feed food.
I'm okay with my subway. Thank you.
I don't see one of my magics, my cure spells here.
What?
One of the magic spells for healing.
You have Cure Wounds and Healing Word, Prayer of Healing.
Is he a bard?
No.
He's a cleric.
Okay.
I thought I had one.
I'll be
That
quick.
was a touch.
Yeah, Cure Wounds.
That's touch.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's your first level spell.
That's probably what I was thinking of. I couldn't remember what the name was.
Yeah, you also have Mass Healing Word.
You don't care about grabbing the sword.
Grab one of the cold ones back there.
Oh, there's a cold
Grab me one.
Back.
Yeah, no, just
What?
close the door.
I would really rather everyone didn't drink all my parents' pop.
Yeah. I've got my own, so I'm good. So with these two blades that come down, the red hot form of it just cuts deep into both portions of this Christmas box.
Did the second
Um,
ever go off?
No, you needed 10 minutes, dude, and it's been maybe a minute. You can still focus on it if you want. It'll take nearly 50 turns.
That's bad. That's
So that's 8 plus.
Is Mason's
4.
sword on fire?
It does, in fact, do fire damage. The red hot searingness of it just cuts in, and you can see this line of red heat bursting through it. So the first hit did 13 points of damage, 4 of which was fire damage. Second attack does 14 points of damage, 4 of which is fire damage.
To who, me?
No, to the mimic from Mason.
To Mason.
From Mason.
Oh, from Mason, okay.
Because he was holding his action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's the mimic's turn. Can't necessarily do a whole lot. Yeah, because now it's not in its object form, so it doesn't grapple people when it is.
When is a mimic?
Yes, when it's a mimic. It would be Jack Frost's turn, but he has gone to go pee his frozen cold liquid.
So moving to.
We'll go to Xenon then.
He's maintaining.
Sacred Flame is a dexterity saving throw on the creature's half. You would do 2d8 radiant damage on a fail. So are you using Sacred Flame?
yes, because it's cantrip.
Okay, so dexterity saving throw on the creature's behalf. What's your spell save DC? Doesn't. Well, actually, it kind of does. What's your spell save DC?
2. Spell is 15.
Okay, it saves with a 16. So as you cast Sacred Flame, you see the mimic just as a box just beep, bounce over, and the Sacred Flame just erupts next to it. Doesn't take any damage.
Wait.
Jack Frost, you're up.
Get fucked by a box.
Jack Frost, go up.
Okay.
Tyler.
It's Sacred Flame is a cantrip. It doesn't take damage when you misses. I know that's a fact.
Oh, I can't even do that because I don't. Is it even in my range of sight though?
You can easily see this.
Even behind the.
You can see a box
Good teeth.
with teeth and a Christmas
And
bro.
probably a long tongue.
Yes. To put it into perspective, this is what mimics look like in this world.
Yeah.
And
And
now-
now,
are
now
not-
it looks like a present.
Yeah, and except that it's green and red with a Christmas bow
It's
on
like
top.
playing a video game. It's like Christmas event. The monsters. This is half. The monsters look like Christmas ornaments. and
Pretty
stuff.
much. So what are you doing, Jack Frost? You can see several ligament cuts directly into it that are searing with red marks.
Ligma?
It looks to be pretty injured from that too. In total, taking 27 points of damage.
Would you call its bite a weapon attack?
Yes.
Okay. Since I've never actually used this, and my main campaign character has this already, he's going to use Frostbite. His signature
Okay.
move. Signature move Frostbite. Wow.
Is that a melee?
Is a cantrip. No, it's 30 feet.
30 feet? Okay. What does it do?
Just imagine
It's actually 60 feet.
Take a bite out of it.
Numbing frost forms on the target. It must make a Constitution saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage and have disadvantage on weapon attacks.
Oh. For how long? Just until the end of your next turn?
Weapon attacks before the end of its next turn.
Okay. So. Okay. Well, it fails, so it takes 2d6 cold damage and has disadvantage. It's basically like a stronger version of Vicious Mockery.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Literally,
bite it.
I remembered that this cantrip existed. I was like, if Jack Frost doesn't fucking have Frostbite, a spell
Okay.
literally called Frostbite,
Do
my God.
your 2d6 damage, though.
Bam. That's a 2.
Okay.
Bam. That is a 6.
So
that's
8 points of cold damage. So as it kind of hops down, 2 ligament cuts get brought into it, but it hops over from the sacred flame. You put down this like layer of frost underneath where it lands, and it just kind of gets coalesced upwards and it goes and freezes up in place. Top of the initiative order,
Really?
Tao. There's
Oh,
only 5 of you.
Yeah, okay.
There's
No, no.
only 6. That's the power of not having that many people. not that many enemies.
Yeah.
Tao, you're up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a slice at it.
Okay, so you have advantage
Yeah.
on this attack because using your quick draw ability.
Mhm.
Just
And it's flanking.
and it's flanked, but you would have to.
What is it?
It's based off of your dex,
Yes, so...
so +2, +3, +5, plus 2 for the thing, so +7.
Yeah. Oh, plus 24.
Okay, you hit.
Okay.
So go ahead and do your damage.
It's 2d8, right?
That's only if you held your action for it.
Oh, yes.
So you do you're two-handing this or one-handing it? Using
One.
your quick draw,
Yeah.
you have to do one-handed. So it would be a D8 plus your dex. It'd be a D8 plus 4, basically. 5 points of damage.
Plus 2.
Plus 4. Because it's +2 and then +2 for the magic
Okay.
weapon.
Okay.
So you just like draw it out in like a quick fashion. It cuts straight across from it. He's definitely injured.
And then I'm going to take my second extra attack.
Your unarmed attack. Oh yeah, you get 2 attacks, right? So yeah, you draw once. Are
And
you
then
two-handing it
yeah,
now?
this time I'm two-handed.
Okay, so go ahead and roll to attack this time with advantage anyways because of flanking.
20.
Okay.
Whatever. 24. 23.
Okay, it hits. So go ahead and roll your D10. We're two-handed. Your Tachi. That's a 10.
So 14.
14 points of damage. You just... and you bring it straight down. It comes like halfway into the dented face, and it just... still alive.
Bitch.
You just yank out this disgusting, like, bluish air, or bluish blood kind of pours out the top of it.
Okay. That's it for me, I hope. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll read more. Go ahead.
Yeah, because you two-handed it, so you don't have an unarmed attack.
Yes.
Alright. With advantage. That hits. Second attack. Second attack also hits. This creature's fucked. Super fucked. Mega fucked.
Oh, it's dead.
So what happens is, you bring it down, and you begin to yank it out, and as you do, 2 more blades of stone energy just stab into the side of it, and as all you and the 2 blades rip out from it, it just falls into pieces, basically. Just like pulls into a body. Basically, the head of it became a trilogy of pain, and it is just dead. Eviscerated.
Loot.
Seeing that, Jack will look at Tao and be like, I didn't know you could do that. What happened? Does anyone know what just happened?
Yeah, the 2 other blades were from Mason.
He doesn't know that.
You would have seen it.
Nice job, Mason.
I
Or
look at
Mr.
Mason and just say, thanks.
Glad I could help.
Well, seeing as that was there, it either is that someone was really naughty this year, or we fucked.
I say we were fucked.
Probably. Were you able to check the materials closet?
No, you told me to come over here, Mr. Frost.
I wasn't completely watching you at the time, so I don't know if you opened the door yet. We must check that. That is very important.
I go back to the door.
Okay,
I point
so...
at Mason. Come.
Okay, Mason goes with you.
Yeah, I go back into the room.
Okay. And you go over there.
A lot.
What are you doing?
When I go into the room,
with them.
Yeah.
Okay, Jack Frost.
16 out of 43.
I will remain in
All right.
the
Stairs.
I'll remain by the stairs so that when there's no more fucking presence attacking us, we can go upstairs.
Okay.
Because he has a feeling that if nothing is downstairs, it's
Okay.
because this place only goes up.
It does, and it goes deep into the icicle as well. So, going over to you guys, what are you guys doing inside this room?
I'm doing Mason. Check. Box. And I point in the green box.
Okay. Goes up, starts to open up the boxes. There's remedial toys and crafted goods inside of them. It seems that the only thing in this seemed to have been specifically from that, the single box that was loaned to itself was the only thing that was a threat with an investigation check. He finds nothing. He really finds nothing. He has issues finding the top of the boxes. He really has issues finding the top of the
What'd you
boxes. Don't worry about
That
it.
one.
5.
I'm gonna go over and do second up.
To who? To you? Okay. So go ahead and roll 2d8 plus your wisdom modifier.
What are you using? What spell?
Cure wounds.
Oh, okay.
It's 2d8 plus your wisdom modifier, which I believe is a plus 3.
4.
4. So.
Thanks.
2d4.
7 points of healing! But, anyways.
Thank you.
At least gave you somehow. I tried.
Going over to the materials room. So what do you do?
Open the door.
Opening the door. Opening the door. It is, as they have said, very small. It doesn't seem to have a whole lot going on inside of it. It is barely 5x5. There are tons of shelving units that have all sorts of different materials, and some of them have what look to be fairly large blocks of metals, as well as boxes of what look to be metal ball bearings and some tacks or caltrops. Other than that, there's nothing else really going on in this room. You see a lot of wrapping paper on the floor as well. Just a shite ton of wrapping paper on the floor. This room is also coated in the same kind of bluish cobwebs.
Did you find anything?
No, I do not. But I found a messy closet.
That means you found something. What's in there?
Investigate, I guess.
Make an investigation check.
Just tell me what's in there.
There's another mimic.
18.
18. Looking inside, there is a lot of wrapping paper on the ground. Kind of swish it around. Nothing underneath it.
No, what was I doing? I was cleaning up.
You're pushing it. You're neatly stacking it into different layers.
The butler just clean everything, and then after everyone,
Pose.
Yes, thank you.
But other than that, the box caltrops and the box of ball bearings are the only things of value in here, as they actually have some kind of use. But other than that, there's nothing else in here. There's a cube of metal.
Mr.
up?
Frost.
Would Jack Frost know that this is supposed to be full of shit?
It is full of shit.
Oh.
The only things of notable notice was the block of cube metal.
The thing that Jack wants to know is if there's things in there.
Oh,
If it's empty, that's bad.
Oh yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff in there, and it's meant to have a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, okay.
To you, this is like a messy ass closet, like a hoarder's den almost. The
God,
shelves themselves are huge, and
Never seen this mess before since.
yeah. The only things that are notable worth is the cube of metal,
the caltrops.
the caltrops, and the ball bearings, and the wrapping paper on the floor, if you ever so cared.
And he is the butler.
You're
I am
organizing it.
I am the butler.
You're separating it from green and red.
What?
Jack,
What do you see?
I see a lot of paper wraps, a lot of cow drops, and what was all one again?
A cube of metal and a ball bearing.
And a ball bearing and a cube of
What's ball
metals,
bearings?
Mr. Frost.
Ball bearings are like little. They're basically like marbles. They can trip on people.
Really big.
So basically,
They're metal marbles.
But caltrops,
Caltrops hurt though.
Yeah, but these trip.
They're marbles. Caltrops don't trip people. You step on them and fucking hurt.
You can still trip. You're like, oh no. Oh.
It's like stepping on Legos. You're not gonna trip on Legos. You're just gonna hurt a lot.
I mean, you could be stupid.
What's your intelligence?
Better than some people's here, at least. I hope.
Be surprised.
Anyways, okay. I come out of the room.
Oh, I was gonna.
Yeah. Okay, Jack Frost.
I love it.
Is it still messy and full of random crap?
It's full of random crap, Mr. Frost, but I don't know about the mess. I was like,
You can see he is organizing the layers of different.
Don't do that.
I liked it the way like
too late, I'm almost done.
He's already almost finished.
I don't know where he is anymore now.
You could get the feeling that this individual, who looks a little bit dapper and likes to be very fabulous in his poses, even though they are very poorly made, really is instinctually cleaning.
My armor is a butler suit.
As he goes, don't do that, and sees that you didn't listen.
You said it in the last
Frostbite.
minute when I was done, so...
He just like looks over and is like, Nick will just have to deal with that. Leave it, please. It's fine.
We come out of the room,
Okay.
and we just say, nothing else found.
Check the blue box.
Good.
There's no blue box. Those are just ornaments.
It's just, they're just ornamental. There's nothing else of value inside of that room.
It was just those 2 boxes.
No, there was a ton of boxes. It's just
Oh.
that one of the red box was by itself.
Oh.
There was nothing on top of it.
If there's nothing else of use around here, upstairs then.
I quickly go to the other room because I heard, and I just grabbed some caltrops and some ball bearings.
I didn't
with me.
say those out.
Yeah, you did. You shouted it to Jack Frost.
You sure doesn't move.
On your way, Jack Frost. I'll follow behind.
Okay. So you pick up the ball bearings and the caltrops.
Yep, and I after I pick them up, I just rush back to the group, but I stay in the back now.
Okay. So Jack Frost taking the lead.
Yes.
Following him is you, and then you. So going up to the store, the 2 in the front can make perception checks.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Hey!
Better than him. Good job.
7. So walking up, Jack Frost, the creaking of the wood as you're kind of walking, as it is in fact a little bit more dampened at this point. Frost is kind of collected at the bottom of it, makes it very brittle and difficult to walk across. Approaching it, you are very in tune with the current environment. You're paying very close attention to the wind itself. As you're approaching, the wind stops as you get closer to the store.
Seeing as he would know that the wind isn't even remotely supposed to be there in the first place.
It's not, but you would also know the what am I trying to think of? The qualities of what wind would be like, and what's stopping the sound of wind is obstruction. So there's something or someone behind the door, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
I don't
So
know
he
shit.
knows that.
You hear nothing. You hear, and you're trying to equate whether or not that's Jack Frost ripping ass or not.
Just some fresh hot air comes out from Jack Frost. Like,
Hot air?
Yeah.
There's nothing hot about Jack Frost.
not even his gas.
Except for his charisma score of 14.
Anyways, okay.
You spit hot fire.
Spit hot fire. Spit cold icicles.
Anyways, continue.
Fucking okay. He what you guys see is you see Jack stop abruptly, wave his cane in the air, tap it on his shoe twice, and it transforms. And then he just utters the words under his breath, "Prepare yourselves. Something is behind that door."
And I will hold my hand. I come up.
Warhammer.
I lay down the caltrops on front of the door.
Okay.
And then I'd be like,
He hand signs to you all. So you kind of just very down. Because this is a 10-foot wide door. It's a double door.
and I at this point going that way.
Yeah.
And then when they back up, at least I hope.
So what's everyone doing? Are you guys backing up? How far? And
I mean, that's their choice.
Well, however,
if people are backing up, he's basically trying to direct you guys to back away as he's been very delicately putting
I'm gonna
cow
go back
chops
down
down.
to the stairs.
Are you trying to do this stealthily, by the way?
Yes.
Make a stealth check. Probably should do that before you.
I'm gonna go over here.
Oh fuck!
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, that hurt the shit out of you.
Let me erase the caltrops. Because directly what happened. You guys don't have to move.
Uh-oh.
We just moved us around anyway, so.
Not enough time to.
As did.
I'm saying this would have happened before he put the caltrops down. So you wouldn't have moved from your position yet.
I was in front of him, though.
Oh, I see. Yes, I put you in the wrong place. My apologies.
I was trying to help with that situation because you had me wrong spot.
Yes, you guys would be relatively like this.
But I did grab my thing before I moved backwards, before he got up there. When he switched his cane to a weapon, I grabbed out my...
Your warhammer? Okay. So as you go up to place these down, you are very delicately trying to put them down, and as you do, you put one down. Looks good. You slam your hand on top of it. You're confused. You're just like, what is this? Does this actually hurt? Wham! Ah! It doesn't hurt you physically. It's just audible, and that sound of wind begins to rush. Bursting from this door. Make an acrobatics check with disadvantage.
Understandable. Okay, what is my acrobatics again?
+2.
+2? 14.
Because you're not proficient, right? Or are you proficient?
No, I'm not.
Okay. What you two see, well, what everyone sees, you kind of see. The doors explode open. You don't get hit by the doors, because what ends up happening is a figure runs straight through it. I just knocked over an expo marker out of anger. But
Go for it.
it grabs you, and what it looks like to everyone else is this balding, like, pale liver-spotted, pale white, and ghastly figure just rush out, grab you with these thick, cold, like, placed arms, and this, like, layer of frost trailing behind him, with a chain wrapped around its neck that dangles below it, and just grabs you and dives off the balcony with you.
On a table?
Nope.
Okay.
It
That's funny.
also is then trailed from behind it, as completely the door is fucking blasted by this figure, who doesn't seem to be any phased by either that or the falling. Do you have slow? You do not have slow yet.
I do.
You're grappled. That wouldn't affect it. So you take a d6 of falling damage
You have
from
never
eating
grappled
shit
twice.
on the ground.
Alright.
You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage, slamming on top of this table. It just goes. This figure in front of you. It's just standing over you with this disgusting, undead face. You can see that its eyes are completely pale white, and it has thick, kind of like jutted, pointed ears. But it still stands at about your height. What were you trying to say?
I knew I should not chose the right spells last night.
Yeah. But anyways, what the rest of you see is there are 3 figures behind this door.
Santa Claus.
No. One is another similar figure like that. But 2 of them have pale blue skin. Almost like skin like yours, Jack Frost. And coalesced, like, icicle hair that kind of juts upwards. And pale blue eyes for irises. They're completely decked in what looks to be leathering armor that has jutted out pieces of ice as well. They're almost like copies of you, except not copies of you.
So they're not other winter eladrins.
They're not winter eladrins. They look to be elvish.
Ooh.
So, Fae in nature, but not an eladrin. You have very different characteristics than an elf would. I'm gonna grab 2 figures.
Do I know what they actually are?
You,
Have they been around the North Pole before?
no.
Okay.
You would not know. Just make a general history check. Yep.
Cool. Get it? That's funny. I probably should have made my intelligence 13 rather than my wisdom. Well. 8.
8. You are unsure of what these creatures are. You just know that they are humanoid and they look to be elvish. Frostborn elvish. So, Tau, this ghoulish creature lunged at you, ripping you off the balcony and tumbling on top of this table, just completely clattered you. You are currently pinned to the ground
This
as it's
table
on top
fucking
of you.
I can feel something hard.
At this point, everyone roll initiative.
When you said this was going to be combat heavy, you were not kidding.
No, I will not kidding.
I like this nice tray.
Neither do I.
I'm not gonna. Oh, 15.
15. Mason.
15.
I rolled the lowest, I guess, again.
I mean, I rolled an 8, but plus 7.
Elf.
17.
17. Jack.
Frost.
17.
17. You probably have higher ducks here.
Huh? No.
Well, I mean, you both can just go at the same time anyways, doesn't matter. Xenon. 7.
And Lynn? A Mason?
Mason got a 16.
Wow.
So he did alright. Okay.
Ah.
Ghouls.
What? They're ghoul?
I need to get their page out. By the way, the Frostborn Mimic, or the Christmas Present Mimic.
Oh, does that matter?
Well, I'm just gonna call out who gave me the idea for it because it was really funny. I have to find it during the combat, so I'll call that out later. Because these ghouls are also semi-changed than normal ghouls, which was also an idea given out to me. So I'm going to call them out as well once I get to the ghouls. 148. You know what they fucking their dex is. Oh, okay. Okay. And then I'm gonna roll for these elvish creatures.
You mean ghoul?
No. They're last.
lower than me.
Wait, they all go together? You didn't roll for separate?
No, I roll type of grouped enemies.
Oh.
I don't do
Okay.
every single enemy anymore. Otherwise, the goblins would have had fucking 25 different initiative, and I would have killed myself.
Does that we hear the whole time?
That literally would be it, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna keep track of goblin 14
I mean,
out of
that's-
25.
He's like, okay, goblin 1, 2, 3.
They had 7 health. They're gonna fucking die in my hand.
If we had him having trouble keeping track of like 5 kobolds and what number they were, 25 goblins, he'd be like,
Yeah, no. Okay. First off, Jack Frost and Elf. You both are going at the same time. What do you two do?
Combination of water and ice. Okay, I
I
don't know.
mean, that is something. Jack Frost has the potential of doing stuff like that. If there were water to be doused on the creature.
Yeah, I do. I absolutely do.
Too bad you're last.
And
second last.
You can hold your action, though.
Do you have your weapon now?
I do.
He has his Warhammer out, yeah.
Pulled it out after he switched his cane.
Help
I was
me.
like,
Help.
alright, he's pulling out a weapon this time. Let's get serious.
How far down is
It's a 10-foot drop.
10-foot drop?
10-foot drop.
Don't jump on him. You'd be jumping on me too.
I was gonna jump next to him, but okay.
Also,
Now he's gonna jump on him.
Body slam.
You take another 3 points of bludgeoning damage because his weight would have brought you down with more force.
I'm dead already.
Him falling would have dug his claws into you, so he took 3 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Sorry, if I mend his weapon, will you allow it?
Whose?
Yeah, you can
Sure.
affect his weapon.
With it?
I'm gonna spend a mark, bend his hammer with fire.
Okay, so what you see is your warhammer that you just drew out just engulfed in like a burst of flame. It actually is kind of warming and pleasant in comparison to the rest of this entire place.
Aw,
I'm
he-
good
no,
with it.
You're like holding it close.
He's like, he starts
"Oh."
rubbing on his face.
It's starting to melt some of the frost that's on your face as well, yeah.
And then you just see Jack Frost's back and forth.
The cold is kind of like lit. It's like the cold is nearly putting out the fire from Jack Frost, but it's magical flame, so it actually doesn't get put out. Is that a bonus action or an action?
That is action.
An action. Okay, so you still have a bonus action.
And I was gonna draw my sword, and that's it.
Okay, so you're preparing yourself. Jack Frost.
I will, since Tao is the only person he really actually knows, and he's gotten grappled twice, I will jump down.
Okay, you jump down.
Yeah.
Do you use your face step or do you actually jump down?
I mean,
Because if you jump down, you're going to potentially take damage.
sure. It's just stuff.
Okay, so basically all that you see is this like that same kind of coalescing swarm of energy, just and he
He just want to get away from the fire.
teleports directly
Don't
next
lie.
to him.
You just want to get away from the fire.
That takes my action.
No, it's a bonus action to use face step.
Okay. So then
You also still have your full movement, technically.
I'm right next to the thing I want to
I
hit.
know, but I'm just saying.
I will then swing at the thing in front of me.
Okay, go ahead and roll to attack. You would have advantage because he's prone, technically.
Okay.
Both of you are prone. Yeah, you just see the Jack Frost appear with snow with his cane already wound up. Yeah! Forward! Are you using the two hands or one?
4.
If you use two, it would be a D8. One handed would be D6.
4.
I will use I'll do the D8.
D8. Okay,
2 hands.
2 hands.
so go ahead and roll to attack with an
Well,
advantage.
bam! Wow!
Advantage.
Thank God I have the advantage.
Or
Bam!
do you?
Yeah, okay. It's
Plus 7, yeah. It's based off your dex, plus 2, plus your proficiency.
So 14.
Because it's a plus 2 quarterstaff.
Oh yeah, bonus to attack is we said it was plus 6.
Is it a plus 6?
So yeah, that'd be 13.
Because your dex is plus 1.
Yes.
Okay. Yep, that just hits. So
That
go ahead
hits.
and roll to attack. Or roll damage. So it's a D8
D8 plus 3.
plus 3, yes.
And you're 4.
What?
You're 4.
Yeah, he goes down, he winds up, he's like, I need you alive. 4! Damn it.
See this dice? Okay, you know. I'm not using it.
So that's 4 points of...
Of bludgeoning damage. Right? Oh no, it's piercing damage because it's
Yeah,
jutted
piercing.
icicles. You just bring it down.
That's not 4, no.
You just kind of get him like the back of the head and just looks like.
That's it.
That is your action. Bonus action. You still have some movement if you wanted to move. Okay. What's up? Okay,
No.
so now it is Mason's turn. Mason is going to run out here at the other one. When he goes in, he can see the rest of the room now. It's actually not much of a room.
Ugly.
Doesn't seem to do a whole lot other than go
Hallway.
upstairs. These are stairs, yes.
Those are
Yes, stairs.
This is some ugly stairs.
I know, but they are.
They
They are
do.
rushed stairs. He runs up, sees these two figures, and actually will
There's
not.
3 in there.
Well, yes, but I'm talking about those two. What he's going to do is he's going to take the Stone Forge weapon, and a duplicate of it forms in his other hand, and he just hurls it at
This
this one right here. Just. It is a roll to attack. That is a natural 20.
Mason's has been destroying everything.
He's a lot more of a fighter than a spellcaster, and he also rolled ridiculous for his health. So, just gotta keep this thing up here. Okay.
Wish it.
Harbinger.
Did you go to the one downtown now? Check.
He throws 2 replicas of it, just of these singeing stone weaponry. Does it still do that? No, that's a melee attack. Okay, so they still do stone damage. Well, the first one hit. The second one will also hit with a natural 16.
So you can say no natural 20. We know though, yeah, the first one's a crit or no?
First one's a crit, and since it's a versatile, since they're 2 long swords, they do the high damage for being thrown, so it's a D10. 7. First one does 16 points of piercing damage to this guy, as he is currently like holding onto what looks to be like a chain, just barely. It looked to be like let go. And second attack, that one will do 11 points of damage. Just these rocky, like sounding impacts come from inside. And at that point, he will move to the other side. That is his turn.
So basically, the drive by just ran by.
And just sprints away, yes. Tau, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna take an action to let go.
Break
Acrobatics.
out.
Go.
Yep, acrobatics or athletics.
Acrobatics.
Okay.
Acrobatics. No, fuck that shit. That's better. 7. No. Is it plus?
It's +2 because you're
Okay,
acrobatics.
so 14, yeah.
14. Okay. You, as he kind of like gets hit in the back, you take that opportunity to like lean out. You do that thing that Jill Valentine does in Resident Evil 5 and slide out from underneath them.
Yeah.
That's your action.
And then I take my I'll use my key point.
Okay.
To take the dodge stance.
Dodge stance. Okay.
That's what it's called.
So, yep. At that point, you just kind of like turn and position yourself prepared.
Patient defense.
And in that moment, you're just kind of like readying yourself for impact. And it is the ghoul's turn. So what he's going to do is he's going to turn, get up.
It is not. You sure?
No, because ghouls rolled 12. He rolled a 7.
Damn strike.
Ghouls rolled 12. He rolled a
You said the ghouls were at the last of the initiative.
No, I said that those
elves
dudes are the last thing.
Okay.
Which my phone auto-corrected drow into drop. So
The drops fell out.
they got the drop on you guys.
I mean, on me at least.
That natural one fucked you.
It did. It was a good plan.
It was a good plan. You totally diffused his natural 20 because that was the plan. Is if you put the caltrops, they would have tried to burst through it afterwards and gotten fucked up by the caltrops.
Yeah. But then I was like,
You just like. I wonder if this actually hurts. Ah!
my sheltered life.
But anyway, my sheltered life. The ghoul turns to like look at you.
At me or?
At you.
Alright.
And goes to cut into you with its massive claw.
Yeah. Oh.
Shouldn't you be closer to it?
Yeah. Good point. Yeah.
Actually, no, it wouldn't go after you. These things are off an instinct. They would have gone after the person that hit it. So. Oh. You see his claw like just drip with this cold, frosting energy. Goes to hit. That is a 7. Does that hit you?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
That's
I believe
half of
that.
my AC.
The other one, still on the chain, the other drow just lets go and it goes charging towards Xenon. Just instinctually.
I thought you said he was going to jump off and attack.
Jump off!
It'd be a flying too.
Does a 9 hit?
No. That's half my AC.
That's cool. Okay, that's their turn.
No, this thing's gonna get a face.
Okay. As well as that, make a Constitution saving throw.
Me or no?
Okay, you're fine.
Not using that.
I also need Jack Frost and Tao to make a Constitution saving throw. I should have done this before.
That would have been a 19. Is that one?
Yeah.
Man, your dice sucks.
Right.
That is a 14.
14? Okay. So everyone's fine except for Tao, as you kind of like lean in and just like, these things smell like. And you are now poisoned.
I wonder what these things smell like.
He's been sheltered too long.
God.
Everyone else is totally it's like fine with the smell. Both of you two are just like, oh god, I can deal with it though. You guys are immune to their stench now, but you took a huge whiff and are poisoned for a time. Xenon, you're up.
I'm gonna attack the thing in front of me.
Okay, go ahead and roll to attack with your warhammer. Just
Is that 20?
no, 5. It's plus your strength, plus your proficiency.
Yeah. So it's a
The
plus
cake
7.
is a lie.
Plus 7, so that's a 12.
Yeah.
12 just misses. As you go to swing, it like collides with it, but this
Oh, that's
frosty.
attack.
Yeah, attack bonus. That's
Yeah.
what you add to it.
Yeah, that's right.
It like you bring it down, and this like thudding sound hits it, almost like it didn't feel it, and it just brushes off your warhammer.
Does the fire do any more to it?
No.
Not yet. You just
Yeah,
missed.
you just missed. Okay, then it's the Drow's turn.
You just have 1 attack.
Yeah, as a basic cleric, you only have 1 attack.
I only have 1 attack.
A war mage cleric would have 2.
Okay.
Potentially, you'd use your bonus action to do it. You have a bonus action if you wanted to do that with anything.
So we're gonna get your guardians.
That is as an action.
I figured.
You can cast spiritual weapon at 2nd level,
Good.
or you can use healing word. You can do whatever. Just giving you your options.
Or you just look your poison.
Cast healing word.
Healing
What
word.
level?
5. Give you another 2. This time you get to roll for him, though.
Why? It's so. That's 2d4 then, right?
2D at second level, 2d4, yeah. 2d4 plus 4.
Oh, that's not a roll. Don't worry about that. I was just kind of fell out of my hand. No. 10.
10. Okay. So you heal 10 points of healing as you just let out this healing word. Do you say a word specifically?
Dumbass.
Quit getting grappled.
Quit getting fucked, and you heal up some words. Oh.
That sounds more like vicious mockery than healing words.
Quit being dumb. Please stop me.
Please, yeah. Please.
You're not supposed to die.
You're the
Not
meanest
die.
cleric I ever met.
Never climbed it.
Okay. What the drows do now that it's their turn? They walk forwards. They walk forwards, and both of them let out their hands, and this thick, cold energy begins to fill basically this entire vicinity, including themselves, in this pale white, everlasting energy, and you are blinded as both of them casted
So
a
everyone
reddish,
is.
except for them, as far as you can tell. They seem to still be staring at you. You can feel their eyes, but everyone is blinded, essentially, while inside this energy. I'll put down a sphere here, but as far as you guys can tell, that is what happens. And now we are at the top of the initiative order with Jack Frost and Elf.
Okay.
Right now, you two are blinded.
Is there anything I can do to not be?
You can feel the presence of the creature in front of you, but other than getting out of the zone itself or dispelling the magic, you're not going to be able to know how to. You'd have to get out of the
Are
area.
these things undead?
Yeah, they are. Yes, you
Yeah.
can tell they are undead.
I mean, the ghouls are.
Yeah,
The ghouls are. Yeah. as
Wait,
far as
are
you know.
these like out of the door before they cast the spell? Could I see where they were?
Yeah, you can see where they were. You just now can't see anything because they casted it in two different places. The green is also dead. I forget about this.
Use the green small one.
I'll use purple.
Okay. Purple's gonna
Maybe.
be dead
I know
too.
it.
Hey, purple's alive. This energy coalesces around
So it's
Here.
Mason too. Oh.
and here.
Oh, they both cast it.
They both casted it.
Man,
So
that
you're
was-
super
man,
blind
Yeah,
in the
that
middle
ghoul
there.
and then you, it's a super blind.
Yeah.
You can feel the presence in front of you, and you can feel its intent towards you.
How about the one in front of me?
You can also feel it.
I
How about the
can't
one in
see
front of me?
You can also feel it.
And I now only feel I can smell it.
Oh, you can really smell it.
Um,
Sheltered boy.
seeing as any ranged spell would be at disadvantage.
Explosion!
And that's all he has.
Melee attacks would be a disadvantage too.
Oh yeah, because I'm blinded.
Yep.
Would it be technically flanked?
No, because you're not directly behind it. And also, no, because he can't see the flank.
Oh, is it at the start of my turn that I roll to see if I recharge?
Face step? Yep. So roll a d6, and then on a 6, or a 4 through 6, you get your face step.
I do.
Hey,
I
face
do.
step's back. You just
Bam.
need to see where it is, though.
Oh yeah, that I can see.
Yep,
I just want to know if I got it back.
you got it back, though.
So, find my mark. Do I have
You
visually?
need to see them. You need to see them
Then
when
you
you
need to
initially
add
put
it.
it there. I'm pretty sure, look at the top of it. It says
What
you
about
choose a target that
destroy
you
undead?
can see.
When you reach level 6, when you seal meditation focus on deals the strength of such that you can benefit the creature you choose. As a bonus action, you can expend one mark to
Emblazon.
emblazon the mark of your seal on a creature of your choice within 60 feet.
Okay, it's meant to be with it that you can see. So we'll put that in. It's initially once you see it, and then after that point, you can, as long as it's within range and stuff, you can tell their presence. But you need to be able to see them to do it.
So I'll just put, you have to see them first, then
Then you're able to basically detect them. What you doing, Jack Frost?
I have a question for the
What's up?
destroy undead. I have to use turn undead first.
Nope. Destroy undead turns into turn undead. If they're at a high enough CR, they don't die, and they just become turned instead.
Okay.
Because destroy undead only kills off creatures of certain channel rating.
1/2 or less.
Yep.
What
You have no idea how strong these are, but you'd be using your channel divinity, which I think you get 2 of.
2 upon rest.
Yes. Elf, what you doing? since you both are going at the same time.
I don't know if I have anything that I can't do without sight. Actually, no, I do. But I don't know. Would it be disadvantage?
It would. Chilly touch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be a
It would
disadvantage.
still be a disadvantage. I know exactly what you were talking about. Chilly touch would in fact be at disadvantage still because you're basically controlling the hand to go at them. You know of where their presence is. You don't know where they're currently positioned.
Okay. Well, I mean, anything I do is going to be a disadvantage, so I'm just going to swing at him.
Okay, go ahead and roll to attack with disadvantage.
6. Hopefully that's not disadvantage.
I mean, 50-50.
No, it's not. Fucking great.
So you go to
Awesome.
swing, and as you do, you whiff. There's no presence, just here. You still have a movement, bonus action. Your movement is currently halved while inside of the blindness as well.
Would it round up or down?
It would round down. So you would be at 20.
And since the creature's also blind, would it be able to take an attack of opportunity on me?
You get the feeling that if it was blind, your attack would have not had disadvantage. You get the feeling that the creature nimbly dodged out of your attack.
Oh. A tad bit unfair. Well, we're not getting anywhere standing here. I will try to move back towards where the stairs might possibly be.
You know where the stairs are, you just have to
Yeah.
move towards it. So
Yeah.
5, 10, 15.
No opportunity?
Opportunity attack, yes.
So,
I was just moving it first. Oh, but you're blinded, so advantage. Misses. Natural 1, natural 2. You hear. My book! You hear that as he clops onto he hits part of the table, and you just hear. And you hear him shout in a shrill voice, "My book!"
I knew that there was
I was a good boy this year. And then just goes, "Oh right."
All right.
Elf, what are you doing?
I'm gonna move back to the stairs.
Okay. So yeah, you're out of the dome. You can now, but you still can't see anything beyond it. But you are out of the dome.
I said already my weapon. Okay, I'm gonna assume.
Yep. You can hold your action for something, or you can move further. Your bonus action still.
I'm just gonna hold my action. Or other than I'm gonna attack anything that comes out besides my companions.
Okay. So you're holding your action with what?
With my normal sword.
Okay, so your normal sword. Gotcha. So, before we continue, by the way, so the mimic was recommended to me by Rolling Misadventures. I know. I even commented saying we have a very similar branding name. But they were talking about a wrapped gift mimic. Because I asked for things that were based off of cold nature, and he's like, not necessarily cold, but you can't help with that. And it was brilliant. So thank you so much for the idea. It was very funny. Anyways, continuing on. We go to initiative is Mason. Mason,
he's fine.
blinded.
Doesn't know what to do.
He really can't do a whole lot, so he's gonna go here, feel a presence there, and swing 3 times.
The stream.
With disadvantage on each. First one misses. Second one hits. Third one, that one fucked. That one was not bad, not good in either way. So 1 hit with his stone forged weaponry. Deals 10 points of damage, 3 of which was fire. Concentration check for that one. So what happens is, this sphere dissipates. Imagine that this is gone now, just because I don't want to have to erase the whole thing. But this sphere is gone.
You still do anyways.
Shush. And so he can see now.
Kind of.
Kind of. Theoretically, then that second attack, it was a 4 and a 3, so the second one will hit anyways. But that's what happened. So none of you can necessarily tell,
Yeah.
but that is gone now. So that is that turn. Tao, you're up. You're still blinded.
5, 10, 15.
So you would
20?
so here
Yeah, no.
with your movement, it would have been 10,
Okay, yeah, 10.
20, 15, or 25, 30.
Can I go diagonal? No, can I go diagonal instead?
Diagonal here.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and then
30.
Hold my action.
Okay.
In case something jumps out.
So you're holding your weapon
Yes.
out. Okay, holding your action. In case of the ghoul or just in general.
Ghoul.
The ghoul. Okay. Then
Oh, especially when I see Jack Frost.
yeah, the ghoul's turns. The ghoul is going to take the opportunity to try to bite at Xenon.
With advantage because you can't see. Huh?
Yep. That is going to hit with a 21.
That's so good at not getting hit.
No, that still doesn't necessarily have a huge modifier, but it was a 21. So
I grab its head as it bites.
you take and a d8.
Too much.
You take 8 points of slashing damage and 1 point of cold damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Take a big whiff. Damn.
What's your total?
Constitution 9.
9,
Wait. 7.
7. So you get cut, and right as you do, you feel this cold energy like emanate
Oh.
from it, and just
Should something happen to me?
uh,
Poison.
what?
I'm poisoned.
Poison.
Should something happen to me?
No, it ended at the start of the ghoul's turn.
Oh.
It's just that it basically would have had advantage on the attack against you, and you would have had disadvantage on
I
attacks
got
against
to,
it.
oh, just for that turn?
Yeah,
Oh.
and at the start of its turn, your poison would have been fine.
So I'm cute.
You still have the potential of being stenched again, though.
Stitched.
But, so this ice energy coalesces through you, and you can't move. You are completely frozen in place, just... that is that one's turn. This ghoul is going to go over to Jack Frost.
So, on my turn, am I still gonna be frozen?
You don't know yet. 23 to hit. Jack Frost.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Wow, we're both just gonna hit this turn.
So you take 10 points of slashing damage, and you are immune to the cold damage, so you're fine there. But 10 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 2.
Con save.
Constitution saving throw, yes.
That is 16.
16. Okay, so you feel that cold energy still coursing through you, and I would only use that for flavor. You are not paralyzed. You feel that energy like trying to hold you down, but you just kind of like shatter the bits and pieces of other icicle magic on you.
How
You
can you get frozen?
just for flavor, it's just because you get paralyzed.
I like chocolate though.
Tyler doesn't though, so he doesn't care.
Exactly.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Anyways, that is the ghoul's turns. Xenon, make a Constitution saving throw.
Am I frozen? Can I still channel divinity at all?
No. You are trying your best to move, and that icicle energy just has frozen your joints, and you're just trapped in place.
Can't even channel.
Let's say
Channel.
I'd say you can use your mental thought. So channel divinity, yeah. To do what?
Destructive. But I can't channel.
You need to do damage for destructive wrath
I
as
know.
well. You could
Destroy
do-
undead.
Okay, go ahead. So they have to make what? Wisdom saving throws?
Yes.
Because that would affect both of them because they're within range because it's a 30-foot range.
I guess it's wisdom. It doesn't say on there.
I'm 90% sure that it's
I'll
probably...
go with wisdom.
I'm really, really happy now that an Eladrin is not an undead creature.
No. Yeah, you are fine. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure clerics have to make they have to make a wisdom saving throw. Because I don't want to be true.
You can't fucking attack, but I'm not gonna
I-
just sit there.
I play a cleric. I rarely use turn undead. Like rarely.
Did
I
you
use
say-
it to gain like
Did you say
knowledge.
destroy undead?
Yeah, but these things are a high enough CR. They're not going to get destroyed.
Oh, okay.
Wisdom saving throw. And your save is 15? Yes. Yeah. Save DC is 15 because it's 4 plus 3 plus 8. So. No.
Both of them?
So you can't see this, but you just hear
My book!
and they are definitely frightened of you.
My book! My book!
That is one of your channel divinities. Did you use the other one? No. Okay. You still have movement. And...
Frozen.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're fucked. The drow's
I can't
turn.
use my invisible spell.
Nope.
Invisible. Hiding right
You
there.
can't use verbal or somatic components of anything, so you're fucked. I'm only allowing channel divinity because it's just mental fun.
Just like, fuck you, I'm frozen.
Yep. Okay. Okay. So,
I mean, hidden step is insane.
shut up. You're not there.
You're not there.
These two drows are now just going to unload onto the Lithomancer.
I would too.
Yeah, they've both been hit by him.
I mean, one of them only. No.
Because he did the one on the right.
Both are going to hit with a natural 15 and natural 17 with their short swords. So they both deal a d6 plus a d4. Where my d4 is? Where's my d4? I got my d4 right up here. 9 plus 4 says 32. Takes 19 points of damage in total. That hurt, definitely. And he has to make 2 Constitution saving throws. Okay.
He's super frozen.
No.
Well, that's just me.
Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna say what happens because you guys can't tell. Top of the initiative order, Jack Frost.
And
I'm gonna keep trying.
And Elf, yes.
I'm just gonna keep trying to move out of the sphere because I want to be able to fucking see.
5, 15, 20. You're out of the sphere.
Okay, and then
Oh.
The sphere is still directly in front of you, so you can't see anywhere in it.
No,
But you could see up here in the corner.
I just have 30. Can I move one more?
You can move 2 more squares. I'm just saying you
Yeah.
have face step too. You could just teleport up to there if you wanted to. Or you could try to go this way to try to go over there. Because you wouldn't be able to see beyond the spheres. So
Well, I don't want to leave Tao alone.
again.
So I'll just move just to like that square.
this one.
Sure.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Frost.
If I ready Ice Knife, let's say, and on the ghoul's turn, it comes charging out of it, right as it comes out of the thing, would I have normal or still disadvantage because he's too close, because he's running at me?
You're going to have advantage because he can see his source of fear.
Oh, cool.
So it doesn't matter.
Okay.
You're going to see it because he's going to run from the source of fear.
Okay.
You wouldn't, as a character, wouldn't know that. As a player, you would know that. So just to inform you, you're going to have advantage anyway.
It's this source.
Yeah, so I will hold my cane out and ready Ice Knife.
Okay. Elf.
Maybe frozen, but I still intimidate.
I'm intimidating.
if only Elf got frozen, he could have been
You
frozen.
could be posed in a terrible pose. You know,
So I have to-
must move my arms.
Oh, what are you doing?
He's posing terribly.
Oh, he's posing right now.
I got 14 for posing.
You got that was a 9
9.
minus 3. Nice fucking try.
One time he gets like a nat 20.
The godlike pose.
I'm doing now?
amazed.
He just like shines.
Everything just dies around him.
What are you doing now?
I'm gonna spend a mark to summon
That's hot.
You're a called blade.
yeah.
Okay.
Do I need to do it twice if I want to do argument weapon?
You can do it at the same time.
So I'll just 2 marks then. Because this doesn't need additional spend a mark.
Okay, yeah, we'll allow it that if you use it, if you wanted to summon an already augmented one, you could do it in the same bonus action. So you can spend 2 marks.
So 2 marks. Then I'm gonna ready for that when that thing comes out and have that attack that.
Okay, if one of the ghouls comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mason's turn. Mason now can see them. So they are not in a good place. Because Mason does a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. He's going to hit the other one, though, because he knows that they're trying to... They are concentrating on a spell.
Hold on. Would this still trigger my ice knife? Since
If it came out, yes.
Would it trigger
Is
my
an ice
thing?
knife like 60? Well, the thing is that they need to be within melee range.
Oh, I thought it floats around. Okay.
You're a quad seal, you're holding the blade, but your range of it is longer. It's literally that it has a spectral visage of an additional 10 feet. So it does fit, you can reach creatures within 15 feet.
Then there's something we need to take out of this then. Summon the blades at...
Summon blades at... Yeah, it summons your blade. It summons your blade.
But it says summon blade acts at his blades.
Okay, but it's just worded weirdly. But you're holding your blade. It just has a reach of 15 feet. So 3 attacks against... Well, he's going to roll 1 attack at a time. Alright, that one's going to hit a lot.
Was it a crit again?
No.
Oh.
That first hit against him, that does.
Oh god, that's a lot of damage. That does 18 points of damage.
So I have a feeling that Mason's going to have to pull it back a bit.
Well, he rolled an 8 and a 6.
Oh, okay.
He rolled max damage.
Oh, okay.
For 1 attack, though. He gets 3. Because he's dueling. This is also min-maxing hardcore. He was intentionally trying to power balance. Okay, saves on the Constitution save for that, so 3rd attack. Or 2nd attack. That one's going to miss. 3rd attack. That one will also miss. So, he cuts straight across it and just... this burst of flaming energy of a very vicious attack against him. Oh. Okay, yeah.
He's dead.
He's dead. So this ring is gone.
I can see again.
Ice knife triggers.
I can.
So you can
fly.
throw it at this ghoul. So it makes a dex save. Yeah.
It does the dex save after it gets hit by it.
Oh, so you had to roll to attack.
Yes.
Okay, roll to hit with advantage because it's in Source of Fear.
Well, you know, and my spell to attack is +6.
Okay, it hits.
Well, yeah, but roll again because you might get a natural 20.
Yeah, no. I'm just wondering if I rolled it.
Your roll to hit attack is +7. I'm pretty sure.
Spell.
It was +6.
Well, the spell
to attack
modifier.
+8.
Yeah, his spell modifier is different than his dex.
Okay, yeah. So that was a 27.
That'll hit. So now it's a dex save for the additional ice knife damage.
Yes.
Fail viciously. So what's the total damage now?
So it's 2d6 cold damage and then 1d10 piercing damage.
Okay, so roll 1d10 piercing damage first.
D10, bam. That is a 9.
Okay, and now roll the cold damage.
And then cold damage.
2d6.
2d6.
I'll just roll it twice. Bam. That is
Oh my god.
6
Pretty good.
and 4.
Okay, so you hit it, and the ice knife just punctures it, and then it bursts out. You can see the cold doesn't necessarily do as much as you would hope, but it definitely still bursts out several ice cold chunks into them and bleeds out through them. Just doesn't do as much damage as you would have hoped for the colder portion.
Okay.
So basically, what everyone else sees now is the dome
I can't
of
see.
cold.
Oh,
You
I
can
can
see
see the
dome of cold like fades, and then from the cane, an ice knife just shoots out,
I can't see
stabs
that because
into
I'm
it.
not facing that way though.
No, you can't see it, but everyone else can see it. And,
I can see it by prey though, and I'm just like.
But that is what happens. So now,
Wouldn't be the ghouls.
that was Mason's turn. So now it's Tao's turn.
Charge!
So you're running at him. Okay,
Good
Two-handed.
Good thing I
two-handed.
did.
So 2 attacks. Go ahead,
Yep.
roll to attack.
Good thing I did the ice knife before he charged in.
Yeah.
Or else he would have also taken cold damage.
Oh.
You have advantage because he's within his sight of fear. Your dice is fucked. Like, what was that rolling around?
I don't know.
What was your total?
His
What's my plus again? Plus.
It's based off of your dex plus your proficiency. +2, so it's +7.
What's that? 11.
You
So
rolled. You rolled
A 4.
You rolled a 4, and then wasn't that one like a?
A 3.
Oh, okay. I thought it was an 8.
I wish.
Okay, yeah. No, you miss. So go ahead and roll again with advantage. Wow, use the dice tray, man. You're not rolling
Hang on.
better.
One more try. Okay, that's better.
That one hits, but yeah, I roll the dice tray because your dice is like flipping around because of the pad.
No, his dice has the same problem mine does, except much worse. You have super rounded, so it's just gonna roll.
You want a different?
Instead of
You want a
like-
different D20?
No, I like my bubblegum.
Okay, that's fine.
So what is it, D10, right?
So yeah, D10,
Plus 2 and plus 2, that's 11.
11 points damage. So you just go cut straight into its neck, and it's still standing even after all these hits. It's very hard to tell how damaged they actually are being
Well,
already
hang
undead.
on. There's actually one more thing I wanted to do.
Okay. Yeah.
But
I gotta find it.
Stunning strike.
No, not that one.
Oh, your Kinsei thing, right? You spend
Yeah.
a mark and it does an extra D6 of damage, right?
I believe.
Yeah, because it does your you. So
Yeah,
roll
a
your
death
D6.
strike. Yeah.
So go ahead and roll a D6.
Is it D6?
Yep, because it's based off of your unarmored attack or your unhanded, your fucking offhand attack.
1.
How would you like to kill it?
Okay.
It had 1 hit left.
So you know how I was charging at it?
Yeah.
I missed the first one.
Yeah.
Then I come back around and I do that samurai thing like, and then
Quick draw.
Okay, so you go to miss, and you bring it back, and you put it away, and you're expecting it to cut into 2 pieces, but it just falls into half. Dead. You can see it's still wriggling even in half, but there's just
take my burst.
and it's dead. That is your turn. You have some movement left.
Run back to.
I forgot about this.
Yeah, you have 45 feet of movement, so you can get pretty far. Okay, now it would be the ghoul turn. Ghoul, terrified, is forced to flee from you. So what it's going to do,
Intimation.
it still can have its actions. It just has to move away from you. It can't physically move towards you,
So it jumps
and it's
off
also
the
not going to attack you. So it's just going to attack
Mason.
Mason with disadvantage because you are within its sight. So disadvantage. No, double no. He got 2 fucking natural ones. Get fucked. He goes and literally falls off. Just falls. He not dead, but he takes a d6 of fall damage. Takes a 1 point of blood damage. Man, this lucky green dice sucks now. You
Yes,
fucked it. You sucked all the good essence
No,
from
you
this
see,
dice.
everyone's been rolling shit today.
Yeah, it's the cold.
Fuck you, Jack Frost.
That's the
pretty
ghoul's turn. Constitution saving throw.
I'll hit 20.
At the end of your turn, the ice melts, but that's your turn.
But he got a 20. He should be able to break out.
Is
Net
he still
20.
holding the fire hammer?
I am.
He's still holding it, yeah.
It's just like
I'll give you your turn because it was a natural 20. The gift of giving.
Merry Christmas.
this is a Christmas.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not? I'm also pretty sure that fear doesn't actually give you advantage on the attacks. They just have disadvantage on their attacks. But
Who cares that pussies anyway?
yeah, they're well. Actually, the ghouls are actually CR2.
Well, who cares about your CR?
They're 4 times higher than his destroy undead. So.
I'm gonna just move forward and attack that one.
All right, go ahead and roll to attack.
Did you point out the dead one?
Oh my god.
He dead.
Do they have like no health?
Well, he was already injured from the
Okay.
other attack.
How do you want to kill him?
And I rolled randomly for their health. That one did not have.
Much.
The other one that was killed in 1 hit didn't have a lot of health. This one had fair health, so that's why he lived the 1 attack. No. How do you kill him?
Smash.
Just.
After someone's kind of rage.
So right next to oh, by the way, also he was on the ass because he's unconscious. Right?
Oh.
He's unconscious for
Okay.
reasons.
Oh. Anyway, he smashes.
Yeah, he smashes. The disadvantage against the ghoul would have still been a normal because he's unconscious. However, they both were natural ones anyways, so get fucked. But he is currently unconscious. You can see he's still breathing normally, and he's clearly not like in peril. He's just unconscious. Looks like he's sleeping almost.
Oh.
Should have said that when the other dome fell over, but whatever. Technically, you two wouldn't have seen him anyways. 'Cause
Alright,
there's
so that guy's dead. Now what happens?
it continues on.
Because there's one ghoul left.
There's a ghoul left.
Thought maybe he was just running.
You still have a bonus action. Takes an action to wake someone. And you club that dude in the face.
The fire.
The flaming warhammer.
Not wake.
It takes an action to wake.
He doesn't
Bonus
get one.
No. I'll say he's gonna wake up anyways, but because the school's not good. The school's not gonna be good. It is the Drow's turn. Drow's fuck. Jack Frost.
I'm going to. Is the ghoul like?
He's prone. Yeah.
He's prone. So I'll have advantage on attack rolls against him.
Melee attack rolls.
Melee attacks. Okay.
You had a disadvantage on ranged attacks against him. But he would have a disadvantage on like dex saves and stuff.
Okay. Sure. Why the fuck not?
Can I get
Right
that
next to him.
Face step next to him. Yeah, easily enough. Even with your movement, you can just get up next to him. So.
And then I will bring my cane down.
All right, go ahead and roll with advantage.
All right. Well, that was my advantage. That would be.
Is it 13 or lower?
That'd be 15.
15 hits. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Now say 4.
Am I still within sight?
And I'm
Yeah.
I'm using two hands.
Yeah. So D8.
Because I'm bringing the hammer down.
You're bringing your cane down, your pimp cane of ice.
I brought down the hammer of justice.
3.
It blinded me.
+4. Or +3, sorry.
Okay, yeah, 6.
6 points damage. So you just come it down and it just kind of punctures into him. Just.
Yeah, you guys just see Jack just go.
Elf, your turn as well. Give it action.
Some guy. Oh.
You can go into the room if you wanted to. You don't have to stop there.
You have a 9 feet person and a person sleeping.
So if you wanted to go into that room, you can.
Do I have to duck to go between rooms?
Looking up the stairs, it goes up and curls upwards to the left.
Strike.
Or, to the right. I drew it wrong.
You don't have to duck to go in rooms. You just take 1
Can I
point of
make it
bludgeoning every
right?
time you go in a room.
I can make it stay right there.
Okay. Mason's turn. He's
Can we
unconscious. Tao!
Alright.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
He's you got it.
Alright,
Go ahead and roll to attack. Twice. With advantage.
Okay, that's better.
15.
Okay, good thing that
Okay,
was
first one
advantage.
hits. Second attack.
That one's gonna hit. That's still gonna hit. Okay.
Okay.
5 and what was
5 + 4.
9, 18.
Would you like to kill him?
just gonna chop his arm. Cut off both his arms,
Okay.
and that's it.
So you cut both of his arms, and it's like kind of there's no blood or anything. So you just cut into him, and just like the limbs fall off right in front of you, Jack Frost, and your cold energy kind of like seals the wound itself, and you're just like, my perks, and he's dead. So end of the initiative. I think this is a good time for us to take our break.
Oh,
So
thank you, Master Frost.
we will get back to you guys again here shortly. This is interesting, and you guys will continue exploring this workshop. Not Santa's workshop, just the workshop in general. All right. Thank you everyone so much for listening to another one-shot mishap. This is going to be fun. So let us continue soon.
Happy
Goodbye.
early Christmas, everybody.
You're gonna get